G'day viewers, the Colonel speaking to you live from the Grange, British Imperial YouTube Broadcasting. Now, some time ago, and I can't be absolutely certain when or where they came from, I bought quite a lot of rather tatty records. They were awful. With them was a small box full of smaller records, amongst which was this album, and many others. Uncle Charlie's album of Nursery records, a bit dirty, so you can see I've got to clean that, but it says so on the spine. Made by his master's voice sometime in the 20s. There you go. 7th series this one is. Uncle Charlie is of course Charles Penrose. I don't know who Auntie Agnes is. It's basically one story all the way through in 6 records. Let me play the first one. The Cuckoo Clock parts 1 and 2, spoken by Uncle Charlie. One of them is a bit dodgily named, viewers. It's called the Pixie Fiddler. Don't like the sound of that at all, especially when you hear what happened with what was his name, Uncle Mac. He was certainly a fiddler, wasn't he? Here we go anyway. On a lighter note, I'll turn over halfway through.
Becky and Peter sat in the nursery. They felt very miserable. They had taken Spot, their dog, for a scamper in the fields with them, when suddenly he seemed to disappear down one of the bunny holes, and they couldn't find him, although they looked everywhere and called him for a long time. 3 o'clock, said Betty. I wonder what poor little Spot is doing now. I wonder if he's hungry. Why don't you look for him instead of talking, said a voice. And looking at the old cuckoo clock, they saw Mr. Cuckoo perched outside. Did you speak, said the children very politely. Why, of course I did. I thought I might help you. Where did you lose Spot? In the bluebell field, said Betty and Peter. Well, come on, children. We'll go and ask the bluebell fairies. Climb up the chains of my clock. It's a short cut. Betty and Peter were surprised how easy it was to climb up. And when they got to the top, they saw a very tall tree. We'll stop here, said the cuckoo, and ask Mr. Rook. He was very sorry, but he hadn't seen Spot. Try the land of Nod, he said. That's a good idea, said the cuckoo, but we must go to the fairy Tinker first and get him to lend us the magic sword, as we have to go through Castle Grim to get there, and unless we have the magic sword, we can't go through Giant Hullabaloo's castle. That is guarded by the dragon's spear. Come on, children, climb up and follow me, and still higher up the chains of the cuckoo clock they went, until they reached the home of the fairy Tinker. If you please, we want you to lend us the magic sword, said Tinker, as we have to go through Giant Hullabaloo's castle to find Spot. The fairy Tinker was very kind, and gave Peter this magic sword to carry. He also lent them his magic carpet. So off they started. Betty, Peter, and Mr. Cuckoo to find Spot. Now turn me over, and you will hear how they found him.
Right. We will do just that. I really want to know, don't we, children?
They whizzed along over villages and towns until the cuckoo said, this is where we stop. This is Castle Grim. And Betty and Peter saw a big, grey-looking castle. Hey, ho, ho, hum. Do you hear? That's Giant Hullabaloo. Don't be frightened. He can't hurt us. We have the magic sword. The children went up the big steps, and there, outside the giant's door, sat the dragon. Show him the magic sword, said the cuckoo. And as Peter flourished it before the dragon, he lashed his tail, and it sounded like cymbal crashing. But he couldn't look at the sword and crept away. The cuckoo saw the door was open, so he and the children slipped inside and tiptoed along until they came to a big, bare room. And there, asked to sleep in a chair, was Giant Hullabaloo. Peter happened to brush against the giant's magic harp, which began to play lovely music. He still slept on until Betty stepped on his alarm, and all the bells in the castle started to ring. Giant Hullabaloo woke up. Hey, ho, ho, hum. What do you children want here? We've come to look for Spot. He's not here, he snapped. Come on, children, quickly. And Betty and Peter scampered after the cuckoo. Giant hullabaloo can't cut us here. This is the land of Nod. They found themselves in a lovely wood, and Fairy Bluebell welcomed them. Spot was quite safe in Fairy Hollow. He was delighted to see the children and barked a welcome. They were so tired, they fell fast asleep. When they woke up, they found themselves in the nursery, with Spot curled up by the fire. And when Nurse said Spot came back soon after you went to sleep, they said, "Why? We went to the land of Nod to find him." But Nurse only smiled, and Mr. Cuckoo said, "5 o'clock, tea time," said Betty and Peter.
And that's how all good children's stories should end, shouldn't it, viewers? I missed the opportunity earlier of saying, are you sitting comfortably? Then I'll begin. We live in a horribly cynical age, don't we, viewers? Although I think I live in Castle Grim. Certainly the bills are a bit grim. Thank you, viewers, and goodbye.